How do I become a voice actor? I answered this question back in 2021, and yet it is still one of my most asked questions. So go ahead and save this video, and I'm going to give you my top 3 things that I believe you need in order to get started, as well as the most comprehensive resource that I could possibly give you. Here it goes. Now, before we get started, I just want to say every voice actor's journey is completely different. And so what may work for one person may not always work for you. But I do believe that there are 3 key elements that just about every voice actor starts with. The first thing that just about everybody should and will utilize is free and cheap resources to tell you how to get started. These are going to be things like iwanttobeavoiceactor.com by D. Bradley Baker, or the podcast Voice Acting Mastery by Crispin Freeman, or Tara Platt and Yuri Lowenthal's book Voiceover Voice Actor. Or it could be following creators like me on TikTok who talk regularly about the industry, or joining Facebook groups or Discord servers. Make sure, though, that you take advantage of these free resources because eventually you will need to invest in the career, which leads me to point 2. Point 2 is getting classes and coaching. Now, most people start with either an acting background. Some people come from radio, comedy, improv, all sorts of things. All those are a great foundational basis, and I suggest all those sorts of classes for people. But there are also voice acting specific classes and coaching that will really help you to hone your skills. These do cost some money, but there are lots of introductory classes out there and many studios that offer cheap classes because they know how tough of an industry this can be. This last piece comes a little later in your journey once you've started doing more research, and it's your equipment. So things like your microphone, your sound-treated space, your interface that your microphone plugs into, your digital audio workface or DAW, that's your recording software. Many of these things will cost you some money, and so it's important to wait until you've already begun doing your research to see which of these things you think will work best for you. But you're definitely going to need a recording space in the modern recording environment, especially if you don't live in a major hub like Los Angeles or Dallas. And I promise you that really great resource, right? Well, for the past few months, I have been working on a massive spreadsheet that includes more of the 3 things that I just talked about. So free and cheap resources, where I've got a list of websites, podcasts, books, YouTube videos that you can go and take a look at and learn more about this craft. I also have a page of classes and coaches listed, and I tell you what they specialize in. I also have a list of microphones, interfaces, DAWs. I've got random other equipment, booths that you can buy, materials that you should look into. It is a master list of all these things, and it's all in my bio. It is completely free. I don't make a cent of commission off of it, and it will always remain free to you. It is also an ever-growing and expanding list. In it, I have something that will allow for future voice actors and people in the industry to be able to submit corrections and new things, and so it will continue to grow for as long as people will share it and spread it around. But it is free to you to use. I hope that if becoming a voice actor is part of your resolutions for this year or something you're just interested in for the future, that you will take a look at it and you will use it to the best of your ability. I have long said that we have been put on the earth to love each other, to help each other, and to have some fun. And I hope that this resource demonstrates my love for you. I hope it helps you, and I hope that you have a lot of fun in this career. As always, I hope it helps.